Um, Contracting plan. See here, looking here, what is meaning by the contracting plan? See, I am talking about in the contracting plan is the document that outline and procurement strategy and approach for acquiring the goods, service, and see here, that is very important. One of the important in contracting plan. Contracting plan is a contracting plan is a contracting plan is a document that out document that document that outline outline the procurement strategy, the procurement strategy, the procurement strategy, the procurement strategy and approach for for acquiring goods, goods, service and goods, service or works from external source, external source to support a project or organization or organization. This is calling about see here contracting is a plan. Contracting contracting is a plan. Contracting plan is a document outline the procurement strategy and approach for acquiring the goods. See, this is acquiring acquiring the goods, service, work from external source. See, acquiring the goods. What is meaning by acquiring the goods? Acquiring the goods by means you taking the project from any others. This is calling about contracting plan. See, next I will go for introduction. In introduction provides an overview of project or organization, the purpose to a contracting plan. Next, I will go for procurement objectives. What is meaning by procurement objectives? See, look it here in the procurement objectives. See here, second one, the procurement objectives. Definition of procurement objectives. See here, definition, definition and definition and define. See, it classifies the goals. See, what is meaning by procurement objective? What is the aim of procurement? See, it it classifies the the goals, GOALS goals, the the procurement, procurement process to process to aim to aims to achieve aims to achieve. This is calling about the procurement. This is calling about this is calling about procurement objective. See, look at here. This is the main procurement objective in your. See, next I'll go for procurement strategy. See, how outline the overall approach and strategy for procurement include the considerations such as say make or buy decisions, sourcing option, open tender, See open tender, selective trending. See here, first one you have in open trending, open trending, open trending. Second one, open trending. See selective trending, selective trending, selective trending, comma, open trending, selective trending, and the use for and the use and the use use of framework framework or existing contracts existing contracts and existing contracts. See next, procurement methods. See, procurement methods describe the specific procurement method is utilized by different types of goods, services, and works. See, procurement methods, different types of goods, different different types of methods, different types of methods, different types of goods. This is very, very important. Different types of goods. Next, I will go for services. Services are works, are works, works. It includes the competitive bidding request for proposal, request for quotation, other appropriate methods. See here, contract types. Specify the contract types to be used based on the nature of the goods, service, and work. This may include fixed price contract, cost reimbursement, contract time, material contract, or combination. See here, contract types. This is see here. There are contract types. First one, the nature of the goods, 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 comma, services, services, comma, goods, services, goods, services, or work, or work. See, next to supplier selection criteria, define criteria and evaluation factor to be used in the supplier selection process. It includes the considerations such as price, comma, quality, technical capability, technical capability, technical capability, past performance, past performance, past performance, and compliance with compliance with relevant relevant regulations, relevant regulations, relevant regulation. This is the This is the supplier selection criteria. See, what is meant by supplier? The name only indicated supplier selection. You want to select the supplier selection criteria. Contract terms and conditions. See, this is the outline standard from condition that will be included the contract, the overall such delivery requirements. See, you have contracting. What are the see here contracting terms and conditions? The first one is delivery requirement, delivery requirement, delivery requirement, comma. See, payment terms, payment terms, uh, warranties, 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 intellectual property rights, intellect, intellectual property, property rights, intellectual property rights, intellectual property rights, intellectual property rights, disputes resource resolution mechanism, dispute, dispute resolution mechanism, warranties. See, next I'll be talking about procurement schedule. I'll be coming from the procurement schedule. Provide a timeline for a procurement process. Provide a provide a timeline timeline for procurement. Provide a procurement schedule. Provide a timeline for provide a timeline for procurement process, comma, provide a procurement process including key milestone, key milestone, including the key milestone. Next, including the key milestone, deadline, DEAD deadline, and deliverables. It ensure that it ensure that ensure that it ensure that procurement activities and procurement schedule. It ensures that procurement activities align the project schedule, align the align the project schedule. SHG, DUL. This is the your procurement schedule. Next, you have in contract management. Next, you have in contract management. In contract management, that is monitoring, control, contractor performance, resolving disputes, managing changes. See, these things will be contract management. Next, I will go for risk management. See, the name only indicated for the risk. See, identifies and potential risk mitigation strategies, associated procedures for adding unprocessedness and circumstance, ethical and legal consideration. What is meaning by ethical and legal consideration? It includes the considerations such as conflict interest, anti-corruption measures, and compliance with relevant law and regulations. The last one, document and reporting, documentation and reporting, outline the documentation requirement and reporting mechanism for procurement activities. It ensures that proper records are maintaining and reporting the fulfill. See, what is meaning by contracting plan? This contracting plan including 12 um, points. First one is introduction. Introduction to the contract plan. There are two, three members. Procurement objectives, procurement strategy, procurement methods, contract types, supplier selection criteria, contract terms and conditions, procurement schedule, contract management, risk management, ethical and legal consideration, reporting. These are the 12 points. It's very important for contracting plan. Everybody should be write it in key points. See, work packing plan. What is meaning by work packing plan? See here, work packing plan. That is very, very important for the next work packing plan. I'll just discussing about point to point. I'm not go for brief in these things. These 12 points is very important to work packing plan. See, the name only indicated work packing plan detailed document that outline specific task, activity, resources, and scheduled associated with the work package with the project. See, and that is very, very important. The work packaging plan, what can identify here? Just look at here. First will be identify, that is very important, specific task, specific task, TASKS, specific task, comma. First one is specific task. Second one is activities, 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 resources, resources, comma, scheduled and scheduled associate, scheduled associated, scheduled associated with the work package, with the work package, with the work package within a project, within a project, in a project. This is everybody should be please look it here. I am talking about work packing plan, specific task, activities, resources, schedule associated with the work package within a project. This is the work packing plan. Next, I will go for work package description. See what it's calling about work package description. Provide concise description of the work package, including the purpose, objectives, and deliverables. See, that is three things is very, very important for work package description. The first one is, see, there are three things is need in purpose, purpose, comma, uh, objectives, objectives, and and one more that is very very important for uh, purpose, objectives, and deliverables. 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 These three things very important for work package descriptions. Next, we go for work package scope. Define the boundaries and extent of the work package. It outlines what is included and excluded from the work package activities and deliverables. Next, we go for work package activities. Break down the work package into specific tasks, activities, and sub-package. Each activity should be clearly defined with a description of what need to be done, any dependencies, and the expected outputs. That is in work package activity. Resource requirement. What is calling about resource requirement? Identify the resources required to complete the work package. See here, resource requirement, work package. First one is work package, comma. There are three things is need here. Work package into a specific task. See, resource requirement work package, including including personal, including personal, equipment, equipment, comma, materials, materials, and budget, and budget, and budget. This is the resource requirements. Resource requirement. And next I'll be coming from, I am talking about, see, scheduled and scheduled and timeline. Establish the start and end date of work package and define the critical milestone of deadlines. See here, establish the start and end date of the work package. This is the establish the start and end date, end date, end date, dates for end dates for work package, work package, and define critical 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 milestone critical milestone or deadlines. See here, that is the schedule and timeline. Dependencies. See what is calling about dependencies. Identifies the any dependence between the task and activities within the work package. See here, identify any dependence. See dependencies. Why your dependencies? Where you will be coming? Dependencies will be coming from Dependencies will be coming from identify dependencies between the task or activities within the work package and with other work package. It ensures that sequential property that requirement are meet before starting the practical work. This is the dependencies. Next, rules and responsibilities. See, work packaging plan, work packing plan. See, totally you have 12 points will be including work package description, work package scope, and work package activities, resource requirement, schedule and timeline. What is meaning by schedule? You want to maintain the schedule and within the time you want to deliverable. Dependencies, rules and responsibilities, deliverable and milestones, and quality criteria, risk management, monitoring and report, documentary and reporting. This is the work packing plan. This is the work packing plan. Next, I'll be move for uh, organization plan. See what is meaning by organization plan? Where you using in this organization plan? See, I am talking about in organization plan. Totally having 12 points. Everybody should be listen in diploma candidates, diploma in all the branches. Okay, mechanical, computer science, IT, and electrical, electronics, all the branch. First, you have in organization structure. This organization structure, roles and responsibilities, job description, reporting lines, decision making process, communication channels, departmentations, staffing and requirement, training and development, performance management, change the management, legal and compliance consideration. See, totally you having 12 points. I start to explain in one by one. I start to explain in one by one. Starting one by one. See, must first I'll be talking about organization structure. See, when organization structure is there, first I am talking about department, divisions. See, in organization structure, first you have in a one organization is there. Then you have in a sub department. You want to maintain the sub departments. Okay, mechanical, electrical, civil, and computer science. Okay, this like organization structure. First one is see here in organization structure, first departments, departments, comma, uh, divisions, divisions, and reporting, reporting, relationships, relationships. See here, first you have in a departments, departments, comma, divisions, divisions, and divisions and reporting relation, reporting relations, reporting relations. See, this is the your organization structure. Next, I will go for rules and responsibilities. See, organization goals and objectives. Organization goals and objectives is the rules and responsibilities. Organization, organization rules, organization rules and Organization goals and objectives. GOAL goals and objectives. Goals and objectives. Next one that is very important in job description. What is calling about the job description? See, outline the task. Job description means, see, per day, 24 into 7 is working, morning to evening. First one is job description. First one, you have outline the task. Outline the task. A, outline the task, comma, duties, duties, comma, qualification, comma, requirement of each position, requirement of each position, requirement of each position. This is the job description. This is the job description. See, reporting the lines. What is calling about the reporting the lines? See, this is also one of the important clear decision make and communication channels. Okay, clear decision making. See, you take the good decisions. Clear making and good see clear reporting lines, that is clear decision making and communication channels. See, clear making and communication channel. See here, that is one of the important in clear making and communication channel. Next, I am talking about this decision making process. See here, decision making process in the fifth one. See, it classify how decision are made. This is the decision making process. Communication channels. This is one of the important in the communication. You have a good English communication with the persons. Departmentalizations, staffing and requirement, training and development, performance management, and next will be change the management and legal and compliance consideration. See, this is so totally having 12 points: organization structure, rules and responsibilities, job description, reporting lines, decision making process, communication channel, departmentalization, staffing requirement and training development, performance management, change management, legal and compliance consideration. This is the organization plan. See, next that is very important in system and procedure planning. See, that is very important for next, that is system and procedure plans. See, first one is introduction, scope, process descriptions, rules and responsibilities, workflow and sequence, performance metrics, documentation and forms, communication and reporting, uh, training and competency, change the management, quality assurance, compliance, and legal communication. See, all diploma guys, please write down. There are 12 points that is very important. System and procedure plan. See, the name only indicated what is calling about the system and procedure plan. See, a system and procedure plan also known as standard operating procedure. See, this is the one of the important criteria to using standard operation standard. See, that is one of the important criteria. What is meaning by The system and procedure plan. System and procedure plans means standard operating procedure. That is calling about standard standard operating procedure. Standard operating procedure. That is calling about system and procedure plan. See here. See that is three things is very important. It provides the structural approach to performing the task. See, ensuring the consistency, efficiency, quality in day-to-day operations. See, there are three things is very important in a system and procedure plan. First one is quality in quality in quality in day-to-day 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 operations operations day-to-day operations. See, next I am talking about introduction. First one is introduction. Provides an overview of the purpose and objectives of the systems and procedure plan. It explains why the plan is essential for the organization's operations. See, second one is that is very important. Purpose and objectives of the systems and procedure plan. Purpose, PUR, purpose and objectives, purpose and objectives, purpose and objectives of the system, purpose and objectives of the system, and procedure, plans. Okay, next I will go for scope. What is meaning by scope? System and procedure apply. Department, functions, and area. See scope. What is calling about scope? Scope by means the organ scope of the plan specifying the department. Scope of the plan is specifying the department, functions, and area of the organization to which the system and procedures apply. This is calling about scope. Process descriptions. What is meaning by process descriptions? See, process description by means describe the key process and procedure within the organization, outline step-by-step instructions for performing the specific task, activities, ensuring the consistency and standardization. This is the your process of description. This is the your process of description and scope. Next, rules and responsibilities. Specify the rules and responsibility of individual involved in the procedure. It classify who accountable for each task and ensure clear line authority. Workflow and sequence. Workflow and sequence. See, define the workflow or sequence activities within the process. It outlines logical order or of task, any dependencies and of between the different rules and department. Performance metrics. What is calling about performance metrics? See here, identify the key performance metrics. Identify used to uh, access the effectiveness and efficiency of the process. It establishes the target or benchmark against the which performance can be measured. Documentation and forms. See, the seventh one is documentation and forms. You want to maintain the document. That is calling about documentation within the workflow and sequence activities within the process. Next, performance matrix. Next, documentation and forms, communication and reporting, training and competency, change the management and quality assurance, compliance and legal communications. This is the system procedure plan. See, See, project procedure manual. What is meaning by project procedure manual? This is one of the important things mm, in your project procedure manual. Project procedure manual is a comprehensive document that provide detailed set of procedure and guidelines managing the executing a specific project. Just look it here. What is calling about this project procedure manual? Just write it here. Comprehensive document documents provide documents provide Documents provides document provides a a detailed set of detailed set of procedure procedures and guidelines procedures and guidelines procedure and guidelines procedure and guidelines for managing for managing managing and and executing executing a specific project. This is a document provides a detailed set of procedure guidelines and managing the executing a specific project. This is calling about project procedure plan, project procedure manual, introduction, provide an overview of the object, its objectives, and the purpose of the manual. It explains the importance following document procedure for project sources. This is the introduction. Project governance, project planning, project execution, project communication, project risk management, project documentation, project quality management, project closure, change the management, project tools and templates, complete completion and completion and legal consideration. See, project procedure manual. Totally project procedure manual you have in a 10 points. Project procedure manual totally having 10 points. See here, project procedure manual, introduction, project governance, project planning, project execution, and then project communications. You want to communicate with the project, that is project communication, project risk management, project documentation, project quality management, project closure, change the management, project tools and templates, completion and legal consider. These are all the project procedure manual. Please follow up all the DCET students. My name is Dr. Rudresha. I have professor in the project diary. What is meaning calling about project diary? In project diary, you covered project information, date and time, project activities, progress update, uh, decisional and action taken, challenges and issues, communication, lesson learned, stakeholder engagement, document and file references, personal reflections, signature and approvals. See, these are the project diary. In project diary, project information, date and time, project activities, progress update, decision and action taken, challenges and issues, communication, uh, uh, lessons learned, stakeholder engagement, document file references, personal reflection, signature and approvals. This is the project diary. This is the project diary. You want to interested in a project diary. Project diary also asking some questions. Please, everybody should be listen. Next, I will go for that is project execution systems. That is very important. Project execution systems. See, in project execution systems, project planning, resource management, task and workflow management, document and file management, communication and collaborations, reporting and dashboards, risk and issue management, change the management, uh, change the management, integration and collaboration, mobile access, security and permission, training and support. This is the project execution systems. See, totally you have 12 points is there. Project planning, resource management, then task and workflow management, document and file management, communication and collaborations, reporting and dashboards, risk and issue management, change the management, integration and collaboration, mobile access, security and permission, training and support. This is the project execution systems. This is the project execution system. Next, that is important in project direction. Project directions. See, next I will be talking about project directions. See, what are the project directions will be covered? Project vision and objectives. See, project direction. One project is there. That project you have a proper direction, proper channel. That is calling about project vision and objectives. I am talking about the first project vision and objective. Clearly define the project vision, which outline and decide outcome and purpose of the project. Set specific, measurable objective that align with overall goals of the organization. This is the project vision objectives. Next, stakeholder engagement. What is calling about stakeholder engagement? See, the name only indicated identify and engage the relevant stakeholder, including, see, please note down, project stakeholder engagement, identify and engage the relevant stakeholder engagement, identify, identify and engage relevant relevant stakeholder, stakeholder, relevant stakeholder, including project, including project sponsors, sponsors and customers, customers and team members, team members, team MEVER, team members and other key individuals and groupings, individuals and grouping grouping, group. See, next I'll be go for see project strategy and planning, decision making. See project strategy and planning, outline the approach, methodologies, resource required to achieve project objectives, establish the project plan. Third one, establish, establish, establish a project plan that that includes a clear roadmap, roadmap, deliverables, deliverables, timeline, timeline, and resource allocation, resource allocation. Next one, this is the project strategy planning. This is the project strategy planning. Next one is decision making. See, what is my calling about decision making? That's very, very important for decision making. Make informed and timely decision throughout the project life cycle. See, you want to take proper life cycle. See, project life cycle, considering the project objectives, considering 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 project considering the project's objectives, considering the project objectives, constraints, constraints, risk, risk, and stakeholder, stakeholder stakeholder input. See, this is the decision making, risk management. See, identify the potential risk and uncertainty associated with the project and develop the strategies, mitigate or address them. This is the risk management. Project governance. Project governance means establish the governance of frame that define the rules and responsibilities and decision-making authority. This is the project governance. What is meaning by project governance? Project governance by means define the rules, responsibilities, and decision-making authority with the project, ensure appropriate oversight and accountability are in place, guide the project towards the objectives. That is calling about project governance. Next, change the management. What is meaning by change the management? Next, I'll be talking about change the management. See, anticipate and manage the changes that may arise during the project. Implement change the control process to access impact the changes. See, this is the change management. And next, I am talking about performance monitoring. Performance monitoring. What is calling about performance monitoring? See, performance monitoring means monitor the project progress, performance indicators, and key milestone to ensure the project stay on track. Implement the mechanism to track and report the progress, stakeholders, take the corrective action as needed. This is the performance monitoring. See, performance monitoring means monitoring the project progress, monitoring the project progress, comma, monitoring the project progress, performance indicators, performance indicator, performance indicator, and key milestone, and key milestone, and key milestone, and key milestones, key milestone to ensure, to ensure the project, the project stays on track. Track. This is calling about performance monitoring. Resource and allocation and management. Continuous improvement. See, these are all the things have covered the project directions, project visions and objectives. What is meant by project vision? You have a proper goal, proper objective, proper outcomes in the project. That is calling a project vision and objectives. You want to maintain proper objective to the project. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. This like you want to maintain the project objective. Stakeholder engagement. What is meaning by stakeholder engagement? You want to maintain the stakeholder. Project strategy and planning. Establish the project plan that includes the clear consideration of project and roadmap. What is meaning by roadmap? You want to maintain the map. You have a proper map. You have decision making, risk management, project governance, change the management, performance monitoring, resource allocation and management, continuous improvement. This is the project direction. See, communication in a project. That is very, very important in a communication in a project. Project coordinates. See, communication in a project. First one, clear project objectives and expectations. See, communication in a project. That is very, very important in. I am talking about in project communication in a project. First one, communication in a project is a vital for its success. This is very, very important. Communication in a project, communication, communication of a project, communication of a project, communication of a project is vital, is vital, is is successes, successes. See, communication project of a vital is success. Vital is success. That is calling about communication of project is a vital is success. See, the first one, clear project objectives and expectations, open and transport communication, open and transport communication, project kickoff meetings, stakeholder engagement, project status meetings, communication plan, document and information sharing, effective listening, a conflict resolution, project closure, and lessons learned. See, this is the communication of a project. See, in communication of a project, clear project objective and expectations, open and transparent communication. You have a good communication in between the two members, in between the companies, in between the organization. That is calling about open and transparent communication. Project kick-up. Project kick-up. What is meaning by kick-up? Suddenly you do the work. That is calling about project kick-up. Stakeholder engagement. You want to pay the money from the particular group, particular community. That is stakeholder engagement. Project status meeting. You want to meet one by one. That is calling about project status meeting. Communication plan. Communication between the 2 to 3 members. That is the communication plan. Document and information sharing. You want to share the document and proper documentation. Effective listening. Conflict resolution. Project closure and lessons learned. This is the communication of a project. See, utilize the technology. Feedback for the recognition. This is the See, next, that is very important in project coordination. What is meaning by project coordinations? Project coordination by means project planning and scheduling, resource allocation and management, task assignment and tracking, conflict resolution, risk management, change the management and stakeholder engagement, management, progress monitoring and reporting, project integration, quality assurance, lessons and continuous improvement. See, this is the project coordination. What are the points in the is there in the project coordination? First one is there in project planning and scheduling. See, that is very important in project objectives, scope. See here, the first one is I am talking about the first one. See here, the first one is project planning and scheduling, project objectives. That is very important in project objectives. Want to want to finalize the project objectives. First, you want to finalize the project objectives, scope, scope, comma, task, task, and timelines, timelines, timelines. Establish the detailed project schedule that outline and sequence and establish, establish, establish a detail of a detail of establish the detailed project schedule, project project schedule that outlines that outlines that outlines the sequence and dependence, the sequence and sequence and dependence of of activities. See here, resource allocation and management. The second one is resource allocation and management. See here, in task assessment and tracking. See here, task assessment and tracking. See, that is very, very important in task assessment and tracking. Their skill, HIR, their skills, comma, availability, availability, skills, availability, and responsibilities, and responsibilities, communication and collaboration. See, what is meaning by, see, communication and collaboration. See, one more point is there here, communication and collaboration. See here, the fifth point is missing. I just write it here in the fifth point, communication and collaboration. Fifth point, that is very important, communication, communication and collaboration, communication and collaboration, 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 communication and collaboration. Change the management, risk management, risk management. See here, change the management, coordinate changes to project scope, schedule, and resource by implementing change the control process, evaluate the change request, access their impact and project, communicate approval changes to relevant stakeholders, stakeholder management, stakeholder management. See here, stakeholder management means coordinate interaction with the project stakeholder, project stakeholder, stakeholder management, coordinates, coordinates, interaction, interaction, coordinates interaction with project, with project, with project stakeholders, stakeholders, including clients, including clients, including clients, stakeholders, including other relevant parties, clients, other, other, other relevant parties, parties, other relevant parties, progress, progress monitoring and reporting, See, monitoring the project progress, milestone and deliverables. Milestone means the step-by-step grow up. Project progress, project progress, milestones, milestones, comma, project progress, milestones and deliverables, and deliverables, and deliverables. Project integration. Project integration means ensure that different project activities and work stream are properly integrated, aligned, coordinated, cross-functional collaboration. These are all the things. Totally have project coordination. You have a 12 points. 12 points. See here, project coordination, project planning and scheduling, resource allocation and management, task assignment and tracking, conflict resolution, risk management, change management, stakeholder management, progress monitoring and reporting, project integration, quality assurance, lessons and continuous improvement. These are all the project coordination. Next, that is very, very important, pre-required for successful project implementation. Next, that is very important, project. See, project request is a project implementation. Clear project objectives. Clear project objectives. See here, look it. See here, clear project and objectives, clear project objectives, outcomes and deliverables. See, there are three things is there: project objectives, project objectives, comma, project objectives, deliverables, 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 and project objectives, outcomes and deliverables, outcomes, outcomes and deliverables, 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 detailed project planning. See, this is the clear project objectives. See, second one, detailed project planning. What is the detailed project planning? Develop a comprehensive project plan. Comprehensive means in between the project. That is comprehensive plan that includes the breakdown task, breakdown, breakdown task, comma, breakdown task, comma, timelines, timelines, comma, resource allocation, resource allocation, resource allocation and dependencies, dependencies. Next, stakeholder engagement and communication, competent project team. See here, there are so many. See here, Detailed project planning. What is meaning by detailed project planning? See, look it here. The detailed project plan develop and comprehensive of project plan that includes the breakdown task, timeline, timelines, resources allocation, dependencies, consider potential risk, develop mitigation strategies. A detailed plan provides the roadmap for project execution and help managing expectations. These are all the detailed project planning. Detailed project planning. Next, that is very important, stakeholder engagement and communication. See, the stakeholder engagement and communication, that is one of the important criteria for stakeholder engagement and communication. Identify the project stakeholder and change the throughout the project life cycle. Understand their expectation, involve them to decision making process, maintain the open line of communication, effective stakeholder engagement factors, collaborations, ensure the alignment with project goals. See next one, competitive project team. What is meaning by competitive project team? Assemble the competent project team with necessary skill and expertise to execute the project successfully. Assign the clear roles and responsibility and ensure team member have the required training and resources to carry the task effectively. Resource allocations. What is meaning by resource allocation? See, allocate the necessary resources including the personal, budget, equipment and materials. See, that is very important. Resource allocation, resource allocation based on the based on the based on the based on the resource allocation based on the project requirement project requirement based on the project requirements based on the project requirements comma ensures that ensure that resources resources comma ensure that resources availability when needed that are effectively managed throughout the project. Risk assessment and management. See, risk assessment conduct through the assessment of project risk, develop a comprehensive risk management plan, comprehensive risk management plan, identify the potential risk, analyze their impact like likelihood, establish the strategy and mitigate the address them. Regularly monitor risk, adapt mitigation and measures necessary, change the management. See here, mm, uh, change the management, anticipate the prepare for changes that may be raised during the project, establish the change management process to access, approve, and implement changes in a controlled manner. Effective change management help minimize the distribution and maintain the project momentum. Maintain the project momentum. Next, project governance. Project governance means establish the project governance structure that provides oversight and decision-making authority, clear defined rules, responsibilities, and reporting line to ensure effective project governance. regularly review project progress and adjust governance progress is needed. Communication plan. That is very, very important for communication plan. Communication of objectives. That is communication plan. That is very important. Communication, communication objectives, communication objectives, communication objectives, comma, communication objectives, stakeholders, stakeholder, comma, communication stakeholder channels, channels, and establish the frequency, and that is very, very important, frequency and frequency, frequency. These are all the things. Communication plan, regularity of communicating project updates, regularity. See, that is very one of the important for a communication plan. See, communication in between two members, you want to communicate very good English communication. Regularity of communicate the project updates. Regularity, regularity of, regularity of communicate the project updates. Communicate project updates, updates, project updates. Milestones, milestones, NES, STONES, milestones, and progress, and progress, progress to stakeholder, stakeholders, stakeholders, timely, transparent, that is very, very important, timely, transparent, transparent, timely, transparent, communication promotes, communication promotes, communication promotes understanding and alignment, understanding and alignment, alignment, understanding and alignment among project participants, project participant. These are all the communication plan. Next, monitoring quality assurance. See, quality assurance, implement the quality assurance process to ensure the project deliverable meet to required standards, establish the quality checkpoints, conduct the regular review, ensure that quality expectations are clearly defined and monitoring throughout the project. Monitoring and evaluation, establish the mechanism to monitor the project progress, track key performance indicator, access project outcomes, regularly evaluate the project performance against the predetermined metrics and adjust project strategies as needed. Lessons learned. See, what is calling about lessons learned? Lessons learned. See, these are all the pre-requirement of project implementation. See, clear project and objectives, a detailed project planning, stakeholder engagement, competent project team, resource allocation, risk assessment and management, change the management, project governance, communication plan, quality assurance, monitoring and evaluation, lessons learned. These are all the pre-requirement uh, on project implementation. These are all the things will be pre-requirement and project implementation. See, thank you. See, I just one time just I'll be looking here as the essential project administration, planning, team management, resource allocation, risk management, monitoring and control, communication, documentation, quality assurance, stakeholder engagement, stakeholder engagement, evaluation, and closure. This is the essential project administration. And next, project team, rules and responsibilities, skills and expertise, collaboration, leadership, team development, communication, accountability, flexibility and adaptability, team dynamics, continuous improvement. This is the project team. Project design, project objectives, project scope, stakeholder analysis, project activities, resource planning, risk assessment, monitoring and evaluation, deliverable and milestone, communication and collaboration, sustainability and impact. Work breakdown structures. What is meaning by work breakdown structures? Project bases are major deliverables, level 1, level 2, level 3, work package, dependencies, milestone, assign the responsibilities, estimation and duration, work breakdown structure, dictionary, project execution plan, introduction, project organization, project deliverables, project schedule, resource management, communication plan, quality assurance and control, risk management, health, safety and environment, change the management. This is the project execution plan. Contracting plan. What is meaning by contracting? There are 12 points is there. Introduction, procurement objective, procurement strategy, procurement methods, contract types, supplier selection criteria, contract terms and condition, procurement schedule, contract management, risk management, ethical and legal consideration, documentation, reporting. This is the contracting plan. Next, work packing plan. See, work packing package descriptions, work package scope, work package activities, resource requirement, schedule and timeline, dependencies, rules and responsibilities, deliverable and milestone, quality criteria, risk management, monitoring and reporting, documentation and report. This is the work packing plan. Organizing plan. See what is calling organization. See you have in a structure of organization. The structure of organization first you have in a one organization plan. For example, Graphel Lab Private Limited. I have a department. There are 5 department is there. Then you have a 5 subordinates is there. That is calling about organization plan, organization structure, rules and responsibilities, job description, reporting lines, decision making process, communication channels, departmentization, stepping and requirement, training and development, performance management, change the management, legal and compliancy consideration. This is the organization plan. See, system and procedure plan, introduction, scope, process descriptions, rules and responsibilities, workflow and sequence, performance metrics, documentation and forms, communication and reporting, training and competency, change the management, quality assurance, compliance and legal communication. This is the system and procedure plan. Project procedure plan, introduction, project governance, project planning, project execution, project communication, project risk management, project documentation, project quality management, project closure, change the management, project tools and templates, compliant legal consideration. This is the project procedure manual. Next, project diary, project information, date and time, project activities, progress update, a decision and action taken, challenges and issues, communication, lessons learned, stakeholder engagement, document and file resources, references, personal reflection, signature and approvals, project execution systems, project planning, resource management, task and workflow management, documentation, document and file management, communication and collaboration, reporting and dashboards, risk and issue management, change management, integration and collaboration, mobile access, security and permission, training and support. Project dictionaries, project vision and objectives, stakeholder engagement, project strategy and planning, decision making, risk management, project governance, change the management, performance monitoring, resource allocation management, continuous improvement. Communication in a project, clear project objectives and expectations, open and transparent communications, project kickoff meetings, stakeholder engagement, project status meetings, communication plan, document information sharing, effective listening, conflict resolution, project closure and lesson learned. Project coordination, project planning and scheduling, resource allocation and management, task assessment and tracking, conflict resolution, risk management, change management, stakeholder management, progress monitoring and reporting, project integration, quality assurance, lessons and continuous improvement. See, these are all the things you coming under DCET 2026 exams. Just I want to write it here. This is from Learning Tech. Learning Tech. Learning Tech. Uh, Learning Tech and DCET. DCET 2026. 26. My name is Dr. Rudresha S. Dr. Rudresha. Dr. Rudresha S. Okay. Dr. Rudresh, my name is Dr. Rudresh S. You have completed DME, B, MTech, 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 PhD. See, this learning tech phone number 9035 9035849561. This is the 9035849561.